Hey guys, I'll just give it a minute and see if anyone comes on and make a start. Just bring it up on face on my other iPad. Hey Natasha, how are you? I can see on my iPad that you've joined me. Can't get comments up on this one. I've turned volume down on this. Maybe I'll sit that there so I can see the comments as they come up. Put my hair up. I'll just give it another minute, Natasha, and see if anyone else comes on. If not, we'll make a start. How's your night so far, Natasha? Or day? I think it's night over there. Afternoon, evening? Okay, well I can't see comments or anything, so I'll just have to play it by ear. Put that there so I can see it. Alright, well, I'll make a start. Let's see if I can close this down and see if I can get back up again. Comments. Okay. Well, I can see some thumbs, so something's happening. Alright, let's just make a start. So, we're going to be looking at anxiety today as part of the healing series. And we'll look at some crystals that help, some herbs, various other things. I'll go through the list later anyway. Some oils, essential oils and things like that. Alright, so, and if you've got any comments or anything, just chuck it up. I'm pretty sure I can see them. Well, let's hope anyway. Alright, so anxiety does affect us all at some stage of our lives, some more so than others, but if it starts to take over your life, that's when you need to go and see a doctor about it. I'm not sure what to call them. The different modalities that we're going to talk about in this are for mild cases of anxiety. They're not for severe, and they're not something that's going to cure it. They'll help to ease symptoms and things like that, but they won't cure it. So, anxiety. Let's look at anxiety from a medical viewpoint. They say it's a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something that with an uncertain outcome, and it brings feelings of tension and worried thoughts. Some symptoms of anxiety can include trouble sleeping or concentrating, can bring on bouts of dizziness, sweating, heart palpitations, and you can feel very on edge or irritable as well with it. Some people can also have that breathing, have trouble breathing as well. So it has a lot of different symptoms. So I can't see any comments yet. So what are some things that we can do to help ease that feeling of anxiety within us? Some of the crystals that we can use are crystals like amber. It helps to stimulate the brain and nervous system as well, and it brings clarity, and it can help release anxiety. Aventurine in any colour, it brings the calm energy, and it helps also to release anxiety. Chrysoprase, it opens our heart to a positive energy, bringing in happy emotions. Quartz, clear quartz, is you can program that for calm, for clarity, and for balance of emotions. You can also use it if you're doing spell work to release anxiety. You could use it to amplify intentions as well. Green calcite. I don't know if I've got any green calcite. I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have. It balances and transforms negative energy into a positive, calming energy. I still can't see if there are any comments, so if you've got anything to add or questions, drop them in and I'll have a look after if they don't start coming up. So hematite is grounding and also brings balance and protection as well. Do you have some hematite somewhere? Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't, sorry. Not sure where it went to. Kyanite is also a grounding stone, but it also helps to release feelings of frustration and fear as well. There's a polished one. Kyanite's very stringy. I love kyanite. Kunzite, it brings a happy energy and brings emotional healing to us as well. Labradorite, which is in the other room as well. It heals, shields, and protects against negative energies. Moonstone brings emotional balance and stability. Pyrite. Love pyrite. It's good. It's a great stone for helping to ease anxiety. Pyrite. Rhodonite helps to dispel the negative energy that causes... sorry, I was just checking to see if there's any comments, but I can't see any. Rhodonite helps to dispel that negative energy that causes anxiety within us. Rose quartz. I do have some rose quartz. It's you could place that over your heart to release stress and anxiety. Where's my heart? Yeah. Rutilated quartz. It heals, repairs, and restores our energy. Sodalite. Is said to help stave off panic attacks and calm the mind. I'm gonna break my iPad. And then you've got Tiger's Eye, which helps us to find balance and increase the flow of energy, as well as keeping us grounded. Tourmaline in all colours are useful. And I'll just read these notes, sorry. So black brings protection and grounding. Blue is good for releasing and healing energy. Green helps with emotional issues, and brown helps to keep us grounded, gives us protection, as well as emotional healing, and it also promotes emotional strength. And I couldn't find my brown tourmaline. I've got a couple of pieces, but I don't know where they are at the moment. So, that's a beautiful little stone to have. So, any questions or anything about that? About the crystals so far? I mean, there are others out there. I've got a few books that things that like the crystals and healing. So this is a healing crystal first aid manual. Goes through different. Let me see if I can find. What are you doing? Anxiety. I'm not looking in them. Goes through different what do we want to say, ailments, and gives you different crystals that will help with those ailments. So books like those are really good just to look up different crystals for different, like for stress or anxiety or whatever. That one, The Crystal Healer, it's not a bad little book. There's lots out there. So let's have a look at some incense and essential oils. So you've got things like agrimony, chamomile, cinnamon, cloves, hops, jasmine, lavender, lemon balm, passion flower, rose, and vanilla. There's another one. I don't know why I can't get comments up. Anyway, definitely not getting comments. Okay, anyway, chamomile promotes things like inner peace and helps alleviate anxiety. Cinnamon, calming effect. Cloves promote relaxation and reduces anxiety. Hops is a mild sedative and has calming properties. Jasmine reduces nervous tension and anxiety. Lavender helps to calm the nervous system. Lemon balm helps improve anxiety, stress, and depression. Passion flower believed to assist with feelings of nervousness, restlessness, anxiety, stress, and depression. And vanilla. Vanilla just lifts your spirits and eases depression and anxiety as well. And again, I'll put all these notes up into Google Classroom after, so you can access them. Some incense blends using some of those herbs and things that we just talked about. So you could add 1 part each of sandalwood, jasmine, pine, chamomile, frankincense resin and or frankincense, some cloves and cinnamon. Makes a nice loose leaf incense, and burn that on a charcoal block. Some of the some essential oil blends that you could use. So this one's a combination of so you want 6, and again, these will be in the notes when I'll put them up in Google Classroom. So 6 drops of lemon balm, 3 drops of lemon, 3 drops of pine, and 2 drops of bergamot. Or if you don't have bergamot, you could use orange. That's one blend. Another blend could be a combination of 3 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of rose, and 2 drops of geranium. And those kind of blends you can use in your bath, in an oil burner or a diffuser. If you mix them with a base oil, then you can use them on your body as well. Or you can add them with a bit of water and witch hazel and use it as a spray. Still can't see if anyone else is on, but Natasha, and I can't see if you're doing any comments either, so I do apologise. Let's have a look at some herbs, and these are for magical use, and so when you're doing magical rituals or spells, these are some good herbs to use to release anxiety. Again, so things like your agrimony, that promotes positive attitude and encourages emotional harmony. Cramp bark can help relax muscles. And this is cramp bark is one you can actually ingest. But you can also use it in rituals as well. And it's good to help with anxiety and related tension. Hypericum perforate, which is St. John's wort. It helps with anxiety and depression as well. Passion flower is used to treat anxiety and insomnia. Rose, and when you're using rose in any rituals or spells for anxiety or stress or depression, use white ones, because I've just lost it. Damn it. White petals are for peace. So rue, you can use rue. That has a calming, very calming properties to it. And valerian is another one. Helps to reduce feelings of anxiety while contributing to the restoration of internal balance inside. Let me just see if I can find that. Oh. So when what I've done with it. I was just going to say a couple of books like for learning about your herbs and giving you the properties that that they have. I mean, there's a shit ton of books out there, but books that that list the I can't even find one. The Modern Herbal Dispensary is a really good book. It goes through different herbs. It's got heaps of different tinctures and things that you can make. It's an interesting book, that one. But books that will give you the properties and things of herbs are good. I'm going to go through some foods in a minute, and this one is a really good book, and his other one on herbs is absolutely brilliant. This is Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Wicker in the Kitchen. Really good book, and it relates the food to, it gives you the magical properties, magical uses and things like that as well. It's a really good book. Recommend that one. So let's have a look at some foods that can help alleviate anxiety or help reduce it. So foods like celery. Celery has huge calming properties. Again, your chamomile, things like chive, cinnamon and cloves. And I've listed the properties of them, how they relate to anxiety earlier on, but you'll have them in the notes anyway. Cinnamon, cloves, grapes. Grapes help protect against anxiety-like behaviours as well. Green tea, hops, lavender is a good one. Lemon balm. Plums. Turmeric. And when you're looking at foods to help with anxiety, you're looking at foods that are rich in things like your antioxidants, magnesium, zinc, vitamin B and C as well. I wish I could see if there are comments. Oh, never mind. Okay. So with the foods, there's also things like herbal teas that you can drink. And when you're making your herbal teas, remember to stir calm intentions into your tea. Okay. So things like herbs that you can use to make teas are things like catnip, chamomile, and these are all in relation to anxiety. Catnip, chamomile, cinnamon, cloves, green tea, lavender, lemon balm, passion flower, rose and turmeric. I can honestly say I've never had turmeric in a tea. I don't know about that one. Alright, so I've got a couple of different tea blends and ideas you might like to try. So chamomile. Chamomile's yummy by itself, but if you add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, that will give an extra boost to reducing stress and anxiety in your body. Another one might be a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 3 cloves, 1 crushed cardamom pod per mug of hot water, and let that steep for a few minutes. You can strain it after it's steeped and enjoy it. Lavender tea. You could, so if you're making just a lavender tea, you could make, you could have 2 teaspoons of the lavender flowers per mug of hot water. Or you could try 1 teaspoon of lavender and 1 teaspoon of chamomile. Add them together. Another one is lemon balm. I love lemon balm. Lemon balm by itself is amazing, but you could also add some chamomile or mint to it to increase the benefits. Excuse me. Rue is another one that you can add. Rue leaves, again a teaspoon to a mug of water. That's about all I have for some of the tea blends. So to look at some questions. Sorry, some colours. So going to look at colours now. And I have a question. So if you saw anxiety as a colour, what colour would it be? And I can't see comments, but yeah, put it up there because I'll have a look after the live's finished anyway. For me, I think it's blue. Well, it is blue. So once you've identified that colour that you can relate to anxiety, if you saw it as a colour, you could do things like burn a candle in that colour. So get a coloured candle in that colour. So I'd get a blue candle and burn it. And while you're burning the candle, you're imagining and visualising that the anxiety is burning away with the candle. Another thing you could do is write down what you think is causing your anxiety on a piece of paper. Again, you could use a texter or a pen that's the colour that you relate to anxiety. And once you've written that down, you could fold it up. And remember, if you're folding anything that you want to release, and you do want to release the anxiety, you don't want to bring more in, you're folding it away. Oh God, I never find paper when I need it. So you're folding it away from yourself. I'm here, the paper's folding away because you want to release it. You don't want to bring it in. So if you want to bring something in, you'd fold it inwards to you to bring it in. But releasing, you're folding it out to get rid of it. I hope that makes sense. Once you've written it down in the colour that you relate to anxiety, then you can burn it and release it out into the universe safely in a heat-proof dish and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's about it for colours. There's heaps of other things that you can do, but this is just a bit of a list. Have a little affirmation for when you feel like that anxiety starting to build up. And it's 4 lines. It goes, I am calm, I am in control, I am confident, I can do this. Okay, that'll be in the notes. So you can, find that in there. And lastly, I just wanted to have a bit of a look at some rituals and spells that you might be able to do to help alleviate that anxiety. Wish I could see comments. Okay. Ooh. Hey, Ronnie. Yes, definitely, Ronnie. Thank you. Be careful of Rue when you're pregnant. Where did I see that? One of the books that I had, I have no idea. I had a really good list of some of the essential oils and things that to avoid when if you're pregnant. If I find it, I will add it to my notes. I'll take a photo and add it into the notes. I'll find it, but I have no idea where I saw it. Okay. Blue. Do you see it as blue too, Ronnie? Anxiety, that's cool. Alright, so just a couple of things that you could do spell-wise or ritual-wise. So things like you could make an anxiety-free pouch and or a spell jar. If you're making it into a spell jar, you could place it either on your altar or somewhere where you're going to see it all the time, to remind you that you know, you want to be anxiety free. So you can add anything that you feel drawn to your pouches when you're making them. But I've just got a couple of things that are suggestions if you don't have that pull to something in particular. So first you want to choose a pouch, when you're making your pouch, in a colour that you find calming and grounding. And again, I said you can add anything that you're drawn to. So I've got things like chamomile flowers you can put into it, some lemon balm, cinnamon stick, a piece of pyrite, a piece of hematite, any of those other crystals that we talked about. I would add the hematite for the grounding properties, although both of these are grounding, and the pyrite for the calming and releasing anxiety aspect. I would put some rose petals in it, remember white for peace, clear quartz to amplify your intentions, and remember to be specific with your intentions when you're making them. That's why, because when I was looking up some different ideas, I saw that it was called an anxiety pouch. But I thought that if you added the anxiety-free pouch, that you're being more explicit with your intention, if that makes sense. It does. Yeah, so that's just a few things that you to make a simple one. But you could add any of those other herbs, crystals, essential oils. You might want to put a drop of bergamot in the pouch, just for the aromatherapy side of it. I said you could make it into a jar as well. And just another little thing I found was an inhaling calm and exhaling anxiety ritual. And it's really simple. You just make yourself a cup of tea. I would suggest trying a lemon balm, just lemon balm tea. You do whatever you want. Sit in a quiet, comfortable space and light a candle. And just sit there sipping your tea and enjoying the candlelight and quiet around you. And then you can start to think about the your breaths. Don't do that while you're sipping your tea, but and sort of focus on the inhaling. When you're inhaling calm air, and as you're exhaling, you're letting go of any of the worries that you have. It's just simple, relaxing, sitting there. And that's about all I have for that. There are there's a ton of information on the internet. Like I said, books like these. This one is also not a bad book too, The Healing Power of Essential Oils. Gives you lots of ideas and things to make with them. Curative Magic, brilliant book. And again, things like, if you're looking at different crystals, the different healing books with healing crystals, giving you sort of what their uses are. Another great book I love, Wicca in the Kitchen. Scott Cunningham's, and his Herbal Encyclopedia is brilliant as well. Hey, Story, how are you? I'm nearly finished. I was just going through a few of the books. This one's a really good book one too. I love this book. Encyclopedia of Medicinal Plants. It's a really good book. It gives you goes through each one. Oh, so here's cramp bark here. Tells you the parts used. Tells you a little bit about it up here, where it's from, traditional and current uses, habitats, how you can grow it. Gives you some key preparations and their uses. So, for the cramp bark, it's showing you how to make a tincture. And it's also got other little suggestions that you could use it for. So cramp bark is also really good for cramps and muscle spasms, period pain, poor circulation. So it gives you a list of other stuff as well. Cool story. Yeah, so another good book. That's about all I have. So if there's any questions, if you're watching this on the replay, type them in and I will get back to them. That's it. I hope you have a wonderful night, ladies. Blessed be, and I shall see you soon. All right, take care. Bye.